Hello and why? Hello and why am I here? I am not sure why that thing said I have been on here for 7 minutes and 48 seconds because no, I've been trying to set up for 7 minutes and 48 seconds. Tonight we are talking about teen driver safety, and I'm going to see if I can get this webinar to share. See what happens. So I assume that you guys can see what I am seeing. Yes, you are. This is odd. I think I want to pull me out to the side, pull this up to the front, and then present. Let's see what happens. Yes, that's exactly what I want. All right, so we are talking teen drivers one-on-one. What is needed for safe driving and Joshua's Law? I'm not sure why there's a comma there. I am an educator. I know better. All right, so who are we? I am Patrice. I am the owner of Best Route Driving Academy. And if you have a team that is in Georgia, anywhere in Georgia, and in need of my services, please give me a call at 678-691-9251 or catch me at Best Route Driving Academy. If you shoot me an email at bestrouteDrivingAcademy@gmail.com, I will send you a one pager of all the information that we talk about tonight. And there you will find links to our our parent teen guide, as well as information about what I talk about tonight. So, what courses can students take to satisfy Joshua's Law? I have found that there are so many people who know nothing about Joshua's Law or need to find out more information about Joshua's Law. And I just want to be able to assist. So, what I did was I pulled this off of the DDS website because people don't even know that it's there. So, if you look on the DDS website, you will find what courses you need to take in order to satisfy the Joshua's Law. Sorry, y'all, I am on two devices, so it makes life a little bit crazy when I am on two devices. So I think I have it now. So if you are a person who if you are a person who Oh, I can't go live yet because my page is not 100 days old. But if you are a person who has a teenager who is 15 years old, the first method, there are four methods that they can use in order to satisfy the Joshua's Law requirements. Number one is 30 hours of classroom instruction at a DDS approved school. And that is me. Every time you hear me say DDS approved school, I'm talking about myself. 6 hours of behind the wheel training with a DDS approved school, and then 40 hours of supervised driving with an adult that has 21, who is 21 years of age or older, and your guardian or parent. Method two is 30 hours of classroom instruction and then a parent, teacher, and guide, which is on the DDS website. Method three is an online, method four and three are online courses. The first one has the 6 hours of DDS training and 40 hours, and then DDS training with the parent guide at a online approved school. So which one do we offer at Best Route Driving Academy? All of it. So you will find that our in-person and 30-hour course has a bundle where you can get the 6 hours behind the wheel, as well as the online self-paced course does the same. But what should you be doing while you're getting your child ready to drive? When students are in kindergarten or in pre-K, we start them reading the road. We ask them to read the signs. We ask them to read the fast food joints. We ask them to read the QT sign, the gas station signs. But when it comes to driving, we don't do the same. Being a new reader and being a new driver has a lot in common. Students have to learn to read the road. They have to learn the signs, the lines, when to turn, and how to listen to GPS appropriately. And then there's some vehicle knowledge that they need as a teenager, and that's how to use the lights, how to use the gas and the brakes, starting the car, pumping the gas, checking the oil, how to approach the car properly, and using blinkers. Once they've got their permit, though, it's then time to start them driving 25 minutes for 3 times a week, even if it's just in a parking lot. Let them take this course. Once they get their permit, you can do it further away from them getting their permit or really close to them getting their permit. But remember, if they come with us after they get their license, they need to come back and talk to us so we can take a picture. All right, so let's talk about the graduated driver's license. There are three steps in the graduated driver's license in Georgia. It's the permit, which a lot of our students already have, the provisional driver's license, and the Class C license. The restrictions for the IP, which I'm sorry, the CP, which is the instructional permit, is that they have to drive in the car with a person who's 21 years of age or older. They and that person has to have a license. That person must be fit and capable to take control of the wheel as needed, and they have to be sitting beside the driver. There's a rumor going around that kids can drive to certain places once they get their permit. I can assure you that that is not the case. So once they get their license and they're 16 and 17 years old, they may not drive between the hours of 12 o'clock p.m. I'm sorry, 12 o'clock midnight and 5 o'clock a.m. No exceptions. Not they are going out of town, none of that. For the first 6 months following the issuance, only immediate family can ride in the vehicle. And then during the second 6 months, then only one person who is of under 21 can ride in the car, period, if they're not immediate family. And then after 1 year of the date of issuance, only three passengers under 21 can ride. So you have to keep that in mind. Once you get your driver's license, it lifts the restrictions. The only thing you'll find on this page is some scheduled information that you need, like if you have to turn in an old license or surrender your Class D. So freedom of the students is very important. Before students get the freedom to just drive, even if they have their license, make sure that they have the skills they need to learn to drive. Make sure they have lessons with you. Teach your students as you drive. Ask them questions like, what do you notice here? What do you notice there? Read the signs and tell me what they mean. Those are some things that you can say to them. Now we're going to talk a bit about our parent student agreements. The parent student agreements are just a set of things that you can have a conversation with your children about that promotes accountability and responsibility, encourages open communication, and reinforces safe driving habits. It's created by me and it will be available in November. Here it says November 1st, but that date has been pushed back. It talks about the parent student agreement talks about the responsibilities of the children behind the wheel. Are they obeying traffic laws? Do they use their seatbelt? Are they distracted when they drive? What are their curfew times and their restricted hours? What are their passenger restrictions? And what about driving under the influence? Another thing is vehicle responsibility. Students must know what part of the car they have to take care of, what their financial responsibilities are, and what their privileges are. This opens a line of communication for parent to teen, even if it is closed, because the paperwork really guides the conversation. This paperwork does cost $7 if you're interested in getting it, and it will be emailed out, I will say no later than November 30th. It has open dialogue as well as notifications of changes. It tells the students if something changes in your route, you have to let me know. Also, it helps you get their friends' information so that you'll know where they are, who they're with, and all that jazz. Another thing is it helps with them knowing their responsibility in certain weather conditions, whether or not they can drag race. Those are those risky behaviors. And it lets them know that throughout the time of driving the car, there will be monitoring and there will be feedback. It's all about safety. A lot of times we have students who don't know that there are consequences for their actions, so they just want to get out and do anything that they want to at any time that they want to. However, this parent-student agreement really tells the students and the parents that we have to create an environment where you know that there are consequences for your actions. If something in this parent student agreement is not followed, then you may have a violation. And once you get to a certain number of violations, you may not be able to drive the car. But they also must know that there are rewards and increased privileges. So you have to find out what you want to do. Now, it can't be you can let three friends ride in the car because we know that by law that is not going to happen. So why should you do it? I know that parents want freedom. You get tired of picking up the kids. They have to go to work. You don't have to drive them. And then they want to go to sporting events and dances and things like that. So it gives you parental freedom. But for the student, it keeps them off the bus. It gives them access and opportunity. It gives them the ability to go. And together, it gives you guys control, you and the student, a little bit of freedom in a controlled environment. You control the environment. So make sure that when you are controlling this environment before they go off to college or off into their career, that you have a hand in what they are doing with their lives. It really does help. Also, at Best Route Driving Academy, we have a tendency to connect school to driving. So students want the freedom, but they don't want to do their schoolwork. That does not go hand in hand because the information that they learn in class will help them as they are in driving school. I talk about how it ties to science, social studies, language arts, and math. These are very important components. I'll leave you with this. Practice, practice, practice. Once students get their permit, they have to have it for at least a year and a day. And if you do 25 minutes 3 times a week for a year, it equals up to 69 hours of driving. And all they really need is 40. So be sure that you give them, put them behind the wheel and get them ready because practice is crucial. It is a big part of their responsibility. Remember to check out the Joshua's Law drivers at one pager. It gives you a lot more information than here. And I just wanted to show you guys a copy of my office. This is my office here at the top. This is my Zoom class, and this is our self-paced class, which is at Awesome Driving Academy. If you want to know anything about either one of those, please let me know. A lot of people asked about our pricing last night. Here's our prices without the discounts, but if you go to bestroutegriving.com, you will see that we have many discounts right now. If you're interested in the parent student agreement, it is currently $7. So make sure you check that out. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for hanging out with me. Have a great night. Peace.